This is for a 1998 playoff football Contenders box number 3. I'm going to randomize the list. 8 times. 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, there's my list. Lane's going to go ahead and break this for you guys. Send it out. Alright. There you go. See? I'm spoiling you. I'm doing all this.
This is, I know, it'll be great.
Alright.
Okay. Get it. Make sure you do the whole sanitized thing, and please. Right. Yeah, sure. Okay. Guys, be right there.
See you tomorrow.
Take it easy.
Have a good night.
You too. Be safe.
You too.
So J5, you could try to take care of some of those packs. That'd be great. Or I mean the wrappers.
Yeah.
Okay. Because those cards aren't necessarily for tonight. The wrappers are. Okay. Cool. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, Chef? Steven? Drew, how are you? Dom? Who else is hanging out? I know Harry's going to check it out later. What's up? Charles? Bry? I didn't forget your minis, Charles. It's on my list for this evening. What's up, Steven? Brian, the rest of the gang, welcome to Vintage Breaks. I hope that you and yours are doing the best that you can in terms of your health, in terms of your sanity, in terms of, let's be candid, whether it be you're an employer, your employee, or you're living on a beach somewhere. Ironically, I talked to someone in Hawaii. I messaged with someone I know in Hawaii today, and I asked him how it was affecting him and his family. He said, the good thing is we're on a tiny island. So, that was good for him. But unfortunately, most of the world, or at least, no, not even the United States, most of the world is not a tiny island. So, what's up, Corey? Good evening, Kev and Dom. Chef, glad that you're hanging out with us, bud. Really feels, a little bit more comfortable when you're here, man, hanging out. Hope things are starting to get back, even if it's not to normal, just, feeling all right. Because I think when you consider what's going on, as an overall, it can't be solved in one given hour, one given minute, one given day. So I just think that if you appreciate each day, and then you realize you do the best that you can for yourself and your family, and your community, and then your place of employment, or if you're an employer, for your folks that work for you, that's really all you can do. I'll be honest, I'm finding some solace in just being able to talk to you folks and going to break some great boxes. So thank you very much for hanging out with us. I hope that we are the distraction that you were looking for, at least for just a little bit today. And moving forward, we're going to try to provide it as long as we can until they tell us otherwise. And for whatever it's worth, we are set up to break from home. J5 is going to have a rig. I'm going to have a setup. We'll have Sam and potentially Robert, Emily, Dougie working in the background, doing the best they can, from home on their computers. And, we'll see. We'll take it one day at a time. Yeah, this is very nice to have a break today. So I wanted to let you know just a couple things here. Okay. Actually, this one. Okay. First and foremost, we had a great time yesterday with the kids tournament. Got some feedback. Really appreciate each and every one of you that, even if you didn't have a son, daughter, niece, or nephew in it, really just seemed to be some good fun and a nice break from everything. So as one of my notes had here, and I'm really trying not to touch my face, to be honest with you, but I had a little bit of an itch, we wanted to make sure that everyone knows about our kids club. And so what that is here at Vintage Breaks, it's really sponsored by Just Collect, but it's run by Just Collect and Vintage Breaks. If you, along with your son or your daughter, your niece or your nephew, your cousin, whatever the case is, and honestly the way this thing is going, we're happy if you have a neighbor that maybe is interested in cards and you'd like to write a letter with them. Well, if they send a letter to our offices here in Somerset, New Jersey, we're going to send them back something for their birthday related to vintage sports cards. And if they write down, a team or a player they're looking for, we'll certainly do our best. But I can assure you that they'll be happy with, this free, if you will, random mystery gift package. Because I know if I tell my son anything mystery, forget about it. It could be mystery, food. It might even have broccoli in it, which he hates, but he loves the fact it's a mystery. So, wanted to make sure we had a reminder for that because, we're not just doing things like yesterday, like the kids tournament, but we really are trying to support kids, of course, year round, through, helping to celebrate their birthdays with a little bit of extra gifts coming their way as far as cards go. But then also, especially now, knowing that a lot of kids are home, mandatory from school, and, their parents are really just probably looking for something to do to break the norm. And I was saying to a few people through email the last few days, hey, you want me to send you a care package, to you and your family that you can go over with your kids. Hey, the last year this person played was this. This year it's March 19th. How many days is the difference? Whatever the case is, there's a lot of things you could do, whether it be math, history, or other. And then, of course, always talk about the value of it and then allowance. I remember talking to my dad about allowance and arguing how I should get more allowance and doing more chores. And he's like, yeah, but you live under my roof. I'm like, but I didn't choose. It was really just a lot of interesting stuff that went on in my household. But anyway, just trying to bring, some light to, the situation at hand in front of each and every one of us. So thanks again for joining us. I wanted to remind everyone about the Kids Club. This is going to be a fun feature I'll talk about in a minute. I would be a bad business owner and salesman if I didn't mention at least a new product that we just listed. So we just listed a really fun, it's 2017 Prism Football Blaster Box. 6 packs, of course, much more affordable than buying the hobby, which, more expensive per pack. I don't really know the difference between the inserts, but I do know you can get silver prisms, I believe silver rookie prisms. Drew, if you have any additional knowledge about this, let me know. It is the first time we've had it. And, of course, this is the great rookie class with Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Christian McCaffrey, Leonard Fournette, so on and so forth. So that's now live on the site. Check it out. It's, I believe, $40 per spot. There is 6 spots in the break. All right, so what I wanted to do, my son would definitely disagree with that, Dougie. I don't know if you're still here to hit the road. He wrote about broccoli. So we are going to open up this 98 playoff box in just a minute. I appreciate everyone being patient, but I did want to cover a few things. The next thing I wanted to cover, I thought was interesting, considering what's going on both in the world, but now in our hobby. Card shows are being canceled. Events are being canceled in Mikey's world, in the comic world. Shout out to Ace Comic Con. I'm sure them and their team are going through a lot, as they just had to cancel a big event. People are asking me if the National's on. I'll be honest, I hope that next week goes smoothly. And I don't mean that I hope the National's not on. I hope, of course, it's on. But I just think that if we think in terms of one day at a time, first of all, we'll all be much less overwhelmed as a society. And then we'll stop worrying about what's being taken away from us. And we can just appreciate what we have while we have it. And of course, yes, my fingers are crossed about the National. But all kidding aside, I've heard a lot of card shows are canceled. And I would imagine, depending on the state you're from, even more of them are going to be suspended, canceled, whatever the case is. Every rookie in this year's Prism is a silver. Oh, that was 2017, Drew. Anyway, what I wanted to do daily, at least for the next several days, I'm going to offer a few cards that we don't have for sale, meaning on eBay, anywhere else. And they're not necessarily going to be expensive. They're just going to be interesting cards, for one reason or another. And so when I say offer them for sale, it is first come, first serve. So you could drop us a line in the chat. You can hit me up personally, Leighton@justcollect.com, Leighton @justcollect.com. I check my email at least once or twice a day. And you can always call our office at 732-828-2261. If you miss your message and you are very insistent about having a particular card, we of course understand as true collectors ourselves, that being the case sometimes. That being said, we're also willing to trade, right? Let's be honest. There's crazy times ahead of us. I don't want to be rigid. If I have $45 on a card, which I do on the next card I'm going to offer, and you have some trade, but you don't have $45, chances are I would probably consider what you have. Now, if I can't use it, please don't get offended. I'm going to tell you I'm not interested. What does that mean? It means that we can't use it. It's not for us, but we'll certainly try to work some things out with you. So here's the 2 cards I have for sale. When I say I have for sale, just collect. you haven't heard of us, check us out at justcollect.com. We actually have nothing for sale there, but we have quite a bit of information for collectors, for people that have had a collection for a little bit of time, a lot of time, just inherited it, whatever the case is. We try to give value at our website, and the selling just takes care of itself, because with vintage cards, generally the market's pretty good, which we're going to get to in a minute, talking about the market. So this is a 57 Topps Yankee team card featuring Mickey Mantle, Whitey Ford, Yogi Berra, so on and so forth. $45 delivered, Sam. It is first come, first serve. By the way, check it out. It is the cheapest available on eBay. So, yes, it's not perfectly centered, but it's pretty nice. It's very sharp. To me, this card looks like a 7. I'm not arguing at this point. And to be honest, if I resend it to PSA, crack it out, I'll get it back by the time my son's going to be in high school. My son's 5. So that's the deal with that. We'll keep that there. And then I want to offer another card, a little bit pricier. It's $3 1/4 delivered. It's Pop 1. It comes from a really cool PCL set. 1948 Smiths Oakland Oaks. This came from the Arizona collection that we bought, J5. We went out, we bought it. Some of it got shipped back. I brought some of it on the plane. So this we graded ourselves. And this is a very, very tough PCL issue, certainly in high grade. That's a PSA 8. It's never been offered anywhere. It's $3 1/4 delivered. Trade also accepted. Hit me up. All right. So let's talk about the playoff contenders box, which is already ready to go. Sam, you think I should cover the other things after, or I don't really know. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to keep making people wait. J5, the production manager, very clearly said after. As far as I'm concerned, he's in charge. J5 closed a nice little collection for us. That was today, right? That was very cool. So we're looking for a possible Peyton Manning rookie. We got a Warren Moon. I guess this is some sort of box topper. This will go to the first person in the break, which is Harry. That is an extra, I guess, item, if you will. I'm hoping so. So I'm going to try to just get these packs in a situation, keep them all in order. All right, I don't even know where the first card is. Okay. Good luck, everybody. We're really hoping for a Peyton Manning. If we pulled one, that would be huge. Card goes for big money, even raw. But I think in a 10, it could go for north of 50,000. And we'll talk about the market a little bit after the box. All right, spot 1 is going out to Harry. Good luck to Harry, Martin, Aaron, Chris, Eduardo. Let's see, Greg, Anthony, Seth K, and Jason. I haven't opened one of these in probably 15 years. Makes me feel like an old man. Good evening, Nick. Hope all is well. Folks, if you're having a good time tonight, please give us the thumbs up right underneath the live YouTube feed. That way there's potential for YouTube to show us a little love. Maybe show our videos to just a few more folks. Get the word out there about Vintage Breaks. We very much appreciate that. Well, this is cool. This is Randy Moss rookie year. Of course, Randy Moss signed rookie would be great. Now, am I misunderstanding? There's 3 cards per pack. Is that... But maybe you get less if you get an insert? Not really sure. But I know it's a Randy Moss rookie. And Randy Moss Hall of Famer. I could see a little bit of wear. But I bet you this is a tough card. I mean, I don't really... Oh, this is Rookie Stallions, excuse me. So maybe this is an insert. I don't know this issue the way I certainly know Vintage. But I'm going to enjoy the ride with you folks. Yeah, Eric, I actually remember that, bud. Hope all's well. Yeah, PSA has a lot of my cards. I definitely know that they have a lot of our cards. It looks like that was a 2-card pack. Not really sure what the scoop is with that. All right, next up is Martin. Good luck. I guess it just depends on the pack. Because get inserts, maybe you get less. I don't really know. So this one we got Brett Favre. Pennant. See that just in case. It's pretty cool. So I don't remember these inserts. I definitely remember this. This is pretty cool. Yeah, exactly, Drew. I haven't opened in a long time, but I definitely remember this football and the pennant. So yes, it just depends on like what kind of cards you get. Pretty cool. That is spot 2. Making sure I don't have any extra cards. Shout out to our buddy Drew and Chris from Vintage Break South. Chris has helped me with a little project right now, getting a little TLC out to everyone, or as many people as we can. And then Drew had a fun interview with Mr. Brian Gray from Leaf. Talking about modern cards and, values and all sorts of fun stuff. So Drew shared it in our Vintage Breaks Buy Sell Trade group, and I encourage you to check it out. It's a nice job by certainly by both gentlemen. Yeah, Chef, I haven't opened these in a long time, but I definitely remember them. Yeah, I like the footballs. Here's a Troy Aikman. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, Todd. Definitely. All right, that is spot 3. Spot 4. Move that to the second part of the box. Marshall Faulk, Dilfer, and a Napoleon Kaufman insert. Yeah, Eric, this is old school. This is when they started to get a little funky with the inserts. I liked it. And Napoleon Kaufman, I don't think that's a big deal. All right, let's continue on our journey. Isaiah, how's everything going with your family and stuff? Everything all right?
It's good, yeah. Stayed at home for a few days.
Yeah, I suspect.
Yeah.
All right, so Marcus Nash, no biggie.
Yourself?
Hanging in there. Crosby's doing okay. See, the thing is, we had some rules that really, for example, when he would go to school, we'd have to follow, and he was doing a good job with it. And then on the weekends, we would try to treat it a little bit different for him, So, of course, like the first day of it, there wasn't like a rigid schedule, and then we realized that we need a schedule.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, Eric. Yeah, these are definitely fun. Eric Molds, Doug Flutie football, put in a holder. Eric Molds, I certainly remember him. He was supposed to be great, but he turned out just to be so-so. And I do dig the football leather insert set. Shannon Sharp. Sam, did you talk to John?
Huh?
About the...
Oh yeah, that was
okay.
done immediately.
Okay, I figured. Want to make sure everyone got dinner. That's important. Need fuel. So we're looking for a rookie signed ticket of Peyton Manning. Isaac Bruce. And Robert Smith. I remember him. He was in 93 SP foil. Great. It'd be cool if you could. Yeah, tell him we got to see. We got to do some testing. Corey Dillon, Steve Young. All right, we got half the box down. Still a lot of hope left. I don't think so. I don't believe so, Brian. Guys, is YouTube okay for you?
I'm seeing it.
Yep. A couple people have been having issues with it, like Donald, Hagginson, Nick Mariachi.
Oh, okay, so for whatever it's worth, Brian, some people said they had, like a handful of people said they had an issue. For most people, I think it's working okay. I'm not really sure what the scoop is. There we go. Remember that? Chris Chandler, John Elway. So far this box really does look like a feast or famine kind of pack. You know, we started off well. I got excited with the Moss. I'm like, wow, this is going to be great. Kind of like similar to the 03 Bowman draft Rookies and Stars box we opened yesterday for basketball. And then it's been downhill. So I'm hoping. Yeah, maybe something funky's going on with YouTube. All right, thanks for checking. Hey, Clark, welcome. Hope all is well with you and your family. Kevin Dyson, Elvis Gerbach. I certainly remember him. I think he's a former Michigan guy. All right. So sometimes I say 13's not lucky. I am hoping it's lucky 13. Lucky 13, Harry. Let's see what we can do. Emmitt Smith, that's nice. Emmitt was a great guest pack opener with us. That's for sure. Talked about his authentication company. Talked a lot about his preparation, what he had to do to become Emmitt Smith. All right, so that pack was not meant to be. Still got a few chances left. Come on now. Andre Rison, Dan Marino, Drew Bledsoe ticket, which does nothing for us. But Sam's apparently a fan of Drew Bledsoe. All right. 3 more shots. Then we got a fun box of... We got Immaculate queued up? Not Immaculate, excuse me.
Yeah.
Impeccable.
Yeah, the bags are there, the box is on one.
Great. You don't know, Brian. Technology is not my forte. You know a little bit about it, but it sounds like something funky might be going on. Oh, now there's 3 more spots. Okay. I thought there was 3 more before that. It is, Drew. It does seem a little feast or famine, though, right? Like, there's now 4 in this pack, which is pretty wild. I mean, if you got excited about the footballs, congratulations. But at the end of the day, we want to hit pay dirt. You know what I mean? Anyone see Adventures of Ford Fairlane? Adventures of Ford Fairlane with Andrew Dice Clay? It's a really terrible movie. But there's a very funny line in there with Gilbert Godfrey and the whole thing. Oh, hey, what's up, Jeremy? Thanks for joining us. 03, are you talking about basketball? I think 03 basketball...
Yeah, it's sold out.
Yeah, he wants to know if it's on the calendar. He was trying to figure it out.
It's going to be done today.
Well, we had one break the other day.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I thought this was a high-end product from back in the day, Drew. But like, it's a little feast or famine, you know what I mean? But now I get you, bud. Yeah, Impeccable. Really excited about that. Oh, Dice? Yeah, I went to go see him with my dad and my brother a long time ago. It was funny. It paid dirt with K dirt.
You want to show up?
Someone to see that?
That's 2003. This is the one that's they told us.
No.
Oh.
No, that's Upper Deck. That's SP Authentic.
Oh, I didn't know which one you were talking about.
Crazy because it sounds like I was.
Oh, it's so interesting. Sam.
But it did sell out.
It did, but not that. So interesting. Oh, no Peyton. Ford Fairlane? Yeah, absolutely, exactly. Zuzu pedals. Oh, my goodness. Hit pay dirt with K dirt. Yeah, man, that was good, bad TV. I liked it. All right, so, Robert, maybe you could just hook me up with a shoot for this, because these are very odd-shaped.
Do you want a big shoe?
Doesn't matter. Any one of those 18 would work.
I got you right.
Awesome.
This will be dedicated to that.
Great. I just want to make sure I keep everything in order. Because it's a little... They don't stack that well because of these odd-shaped pennants. And then if we can get a Card Saver 1... Perfect. This is going out to Harry, who had the first spots.
Okay.
That was an extra. So no Manning. There was a Moss in the first pack. Not signed. But I would say overall, the box, not a lot of love for us. If you could give that directly to Robert. And then this will just save. I think it's a cool display box. All right, so we got impeccable basketball coming up. I did want to cover a couple other things before we open this. Oh, I mean, I think right now, if I had $140,000, I would do something different with it. That's what I think. I think that the world's a little bit, uncertain, and so I like certainty. Even though I'm an entrepreneur and I like to take risks in business, I think for investment, I like to be a little bit better balanced, and so $140,000 would certainly represent a lot of money. And I believe that although the card could sell for more one day, I'd bet on it selling less, especially the economy that we're in. And I would rather have different stuff. We can talk about that, but I don't want to keep everyone from the impeccable box because that I could talk about for hours. But I am supposedly doing something with Gilmore on Saturday. He wants to do something for 20 minutes or a half hour. And I got the approval from Jude. Julie, my wife, said I can do it, so I'm excited. I don't really need her approval to talk on the phone for a half hour, but all kidding aside, I am looking forward to it. I think we're talking about a set or the market. I'm not really sure what he was exactly suggesting, but it should be a lot of fun. Oh, yeah. I did not do that yet, but I did not start opening the box yet. So just for full disclosure. Okay, so what I wanted to do is talk about these two cards right here. I'm going to talk about a special I have. Don't forget, if anyone's interested in either one of those cards we offered for sale, let us know. We're going to try to do a card show, spot, if you will, for a minute or so, a couple times, daily. Especially if I'm broadcasting from my house. I got plenty of cards there. It'll be a lot of fun. Exactly, Harry. So what I have right now is I have a $100 bonus promo. It's the next 12 entries. The winner is going to get, these are where you can potentially get the Ronald Acuna really red-hot rookie bat down. I think PSA 10 sell for, a couple grand, something like that. These are the blaster boxes. First place is going to get this. Second place is going to get a 1967 Topps set break spot. Third place is going to get a 71 Topps football set spot. That is the next 12 entries at $100 of spots at vintagebreaks.com. 3 of the entries will get prizes. It's first come, first serve. All right, so this is what I want to talk about before the impeccable box, which I'm super stoked to open. So I was working on our 200th graded hit random, and I understand, at least a little bit what's going on in the world right now. That means things are changing. So I certainly had intention when we were going to list our next big graded hit random. There was going to be about 100 graded cards, and that, there'll be a handful of really good hits. But the big hit might have looked, let's say, something like this. Okay? Now, by the way, this is a beauty. Came from a collection that we bought, we graded ourselves. Thing's almost dead nuts. It's gorgeous. So understand, we'd love to do that.
Can I see those prizes? That's just enough.
You mean the blaster?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So we could do that, but it would be a lot more expensive per spot versus if we did. Now, listen, this is a great card. It's actually got great eye appeal for a 2. It really does look like a 3. And you can talk about first place being that, a lot less expensive per spot. But I want to get some feedback. So, Sam, if I'm not mistaken, you were going to maybe do a poll or something. We were going to check it out. So to give folks a frame of reference, nothing's been finalized yet. So, you can't go by this. But roughly speaking, if we do like a 100-card hit random, with the Gehrig, maybe it's going to be like, 150-ish a spot. But if you do something like this, you guess the card's worth 12 to 15 grand, but the spots are going to be like 3 and change. So big difference in spot price. So I really wanted to get your feedback because, everything that's going on, we're happy to, really offer either one. But we don't want to be insensitive to the fact that, it's a lot more expensive per spot. Normally we really just kind of do our own thing. But, I'm listening to the news. Try not to listen to it every minute. But we want to elicit your feedback. So thanks for letting us know what you think. Let's open up Impeccable. One last thing I wanted to say, and then you guys, I would love to see in the chat, because I know, Drew, you talked a little bit about a different part of the market, but I have had some folks in the last 48 hours ask me, basically, how's business, but more importantly, are you buying? So I want to make it very clear that we are buying. We're not trying to buy to take advantage of anyone because the market's down. What I mean is the hobby, to me, the world, is healthy enough that we're willing to buy inventory. We're willing to buy wax. We're willing to buy vintage cards. Modern I don't know as well. Modern product I do, meaning modern and open is different. But what I'm telling folks is this, whether it be they have $100,000 in their pocket or they have $500 of stuff, either way, it doesn't really matter, that effectively the way that we handle buying from folks is we start off with what it's worth. So if we don't agree on what something's worth, we won't really take it to the next one. I don't want to get offended or waste anyone's time. So what I would say is I caution folks. I know, Drew, you were talking about talking with Brian Gray about this, that there is volatility. There's definitely a lot more volatility in a Ronald Acuna 18 Topps Update PSA 10 than a Clemente rookie in a PSA 5. Meaning, if someone woke up this morning and decided that they can't own their Clemente rookie PSA 5, and someone, you should buy it. It's not going to really go down that much unless everything goes kaput. And to be honest, if that happens, I think we just have such bigger problems. I'm not going to really worry about that. That being said, for example, and I myself, I could show you the cards I have in the other room. I started to play the game a little bit. It was fun. I bought Tatum rookies. I bought Glaber rookies. There's undoubtedly been a movement downward in either some or all of those in PSA 10 because A, that they're not hard cards to get, but B, these folks haven't had careers that really support the value, i.e. and the demand. So, I understood that fully when I was getting into it. So my point is that to circle back and get back to center, we are definitely buying. Do not panic sell your cards, but no, you do have liquidity. So whether it be a firm like ours, meaning just collect because Vintage Breaks, buys, we'll buy wax, whatever the case is, or auction houses or dealer friends of mine. I mean, I know they're buying, but they're probably doing similar to what I am. They're assessing the market, depending on what you as an individual have, and listen, are they being a little bit more conservative? I definitely think that they are. I know myself, I'm always conservative generally. I think I am. So I can't really say, but we bought one collection today. We committed to another graded card collection. It's really nice cards. Gentlemen got our FedEx labels, sending them in. Working on another pretty decent sized collection. Nothing halved, right? There's nothing that went down 84%. But maybe it's a little bit off of the high, So just my 2 cents on that. Let's get to Impeccable. All right, J5. So just want to make sure you good with the wrappers over there?
Yep,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. This is box 2, right? J5, this is box 2?
Yes.
Well, Robert, do we have a 19 optic box lined up?
Yes. You wanna?
Well, I just wanted, because someone was asking if we have it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so I didn't see it here.
Yep, we have it right.
Okay. Yeah, so either myself or Corey or J5 will open it this evening. Yep. They have, I guess they were getting the names for it, Corey. Thanks for participating in it. What's up, Nick? Hope all is well. Yeah, Rob, I remember that as well. Yeah, well, you definitely wanted to get everyone's, opinion. I was curious. Okay, so let's get the names together. Good luck to Chris, Chef, Steven, Thad, and Rob. Super. Your contents. All right. 2019, impeccable. Thanks for letting me open this for you folks. This is going to be a fun one. This looks like a really high-end product. And 9 names. That is correct. Hey, Russ. Hope all is well, man. So, see if I still got it, J5. Local